Hello and welcome. Today, we will be diving into a pressing and complex public issue, youth unemployment in Bangladesh. Every year, thousands of young Bangladeshis graduate from colleges and universities with dreams of contributing to their families, communities, and the nation's economy. But for many, the job market does not deliver on those dreams. Instead, they are met with closed doors and returned applications and silence. Their education, while valuable, often doesn't lead to employment. This issue is not just about individual disappointment, it's a growing social concern with national consequences. Youth unemployment refers to people aged 15 to 24 who are actively looking for work but cannot find it. In Bangladesh, this is an urgent concern with the unemployment rate hovering around 12%. For young women, the situation is worse, around 17% are unemployed. And behind these numbers are real people, graduates who invested years in education, only to find no opportunities waiting. Several core challenges contribute to this issue, such as a mismatch between university education and job market demands, lack of vocational and technical training opportunities, limited job creation in the formal sector, urban-rural inequality in access to information and infrastructure. The impacts are serious. It slowed economic growth, increased dependency on family, mental health struggles among youth, and a brain drain where talented youth leave the country for better opportunities abroad. To understand why youth unemployment persists, we turn to conflict theory, a sociological framework developed by Karl Marx. This theory argues that society is built on inequality, a constant struggle between the powerful and the powerless. In Bangladesh, those with social connections, wealth, or urban privilege have greater access to opportunities. Youth from rural or low-income backgrounds have faced disadvantages that go beyond just education. Fewer job opportunities, lack of career guidance, no networks that often prioritize who you know over what you know. Conflict theory reveals how the job market often preserves the status quo, allowing the elite to remain in control while others are left behind. Functionalism sees youth unemployment as a dysfunction, a breakdown in the balance between societal systems. When education systems fail to equip youth with practical skills, and when labor markets cannot absorb new graduates, society's stability is threatened. Both theories offer crucial perspectives. Conflict theory explains why inequality persists, and functionalism warns of the consequences when systems fail to work in harmony. Let's now look at some objective data. According to the World Bank, youth unemployment in Bangladesh stands at around 12%. For female youth, the figure rises to 17%, highlighting gender disparities in access to jobs. The International Labour Organization reports that over 85% of young people work in the informal sector, meaning jobs without contracts, benefits, or long-term security. A striking finding, 1 in 4 university graduates remains unemployed a full year after graduation. What's being done? The government has launched programs like Digital Bangladesh, and NGOs like BRAC and UCEP offer training programs. However, these initiatives often fall short, especially in rural areas due to limited access, low awareness, and uneven implementation. These figures don't just represent statistics, they represent the scale and depth of the crisis. Now, let's hear from the youth themselves. A 2021 BRAC survey revealed some alarming perspectives. 60% of unemployed youth feel hopeless about their future. 70% believe their education failed to prepare them for real jobs. Many report experiencing bias, favoritism, and corruption during the hiring process. One young man from a rural district said, "I studied hard, but employers still prefer someone with connections." A recent graduate from Dhaka stated, "Even internships require someone to recommend you." Urban youth are somewhat more optimistic, thanks to better access to job markets and information, but rural youth in particular express a sense of being forgotten. This subjective data aligns directly with conflict theory, highlighting how social structures systematically disadvantage some groups while protecting others. What does this all mean? Youth unemployment in Bangladesh is not just an economic concern, it is a social justice issue rooted in inequality, misaligned systems, and power imbalances. Conflict theory shows us the unfair distribution of opportunities. Functionalism warns of the dysfunction created when education and unemployment fail to align. So what can be done? Here are 4 key solutions. Expand vocational training, especially in rural and semi-urban areas. Reform education curriculum to include practical, employable skills. Ensure transparency in hiring, eliminating favoritism and corruption. Promote public-private partnership to boost job creation and apprenticeships. These are not quick fixes, but they are steps toward an inclusive and sustainable job market for the next generation. Youth unemployment in Bangladesh is a mirror reflecting the challenges within our social, economic, and political systems. By applying sociological theories, we move beyond surface-level understanding. We begin to see the invisible structures that shape young people's lives. Let's not waste this generation's potential. Let's build a society where every young person has a fair chance, regardless of where they come from. Thank you for watching.